Going to do a video on Amazon PPC campaigns, also known as pay-per-click, which is basically advertising your products on Amazon to gain some traction, get some sales. I'm just going to show you how to do that. Okay, first of all, log into your Seller Central account, then go over to advertising. On the drop-down menu, you'll find Campaign Manager. Click on Campaign Manager, and you'll get to this page here. So first things first, come over to Create Campaign. Okay, you'll see a page that looks like this. You'll have sponsored products, sponsored brands, and sponsored display. You won't mess around with these just yet. First thing you're going to want is sponsored products. This is for when you have more like a store and more than say 1 to 3 products. Okay, so sponsored products. Okay, campaign name. For example, let's say it's dog lead. And usually I'll put the name to it as in what type of campaign it is. So it'd be auto or manual, so we'll just put manual for now. Okay, dog lead manual. Daily budget. This is dependent on you and how much you want to spend per day. So for example, if you want to get a lot of traction, sometimes the budget won't even be used. You know what I mean? It will use as much as that, no more. So I usually go with around £20 to £25 to begin with, especially with manual targeting. Manual targeting generally spends a little bit more than auto. Okay, so we'll go with manual because manual is more difficult. So I'll show you how manual is. Automatic is basically just it'll automatically type the keywords based on the ones you've typed in on your listing. So when I say to you get a copywriter to do your listing, it will give you the best keywords to use. And generally they use Helium 10 or Jungle Scout to get you the best keywords for your product. Alternatively, you can do it yourself, but generally I outsource it, and I advocate you outsource it if you're not a copywriter. I generally advocate for you to outsource it. Okay, so bidding strategy with manual, generally you go with down only. You can do up and down. I prefer to do up and down, but most do down only just to see, because what it is it'll lower your bids when you're less likely to make a sale. Up and down, they'll put it up if they think you will make a sale. They'll put the bid up. Fixed bids is obviously you control the bid. You can put whatever bid in you want, and it will stay at that. And if you get the if you win the bid, then obviously you get the click on your product. Okay, so create an ad group. That doesn't matter too much. You put a name if you want to give it an ad group name. All good. Okay, products. That's the important part because I've got to edit this out. Blur it. Okay, so over on this side, you'll see a list of all your products. This is going to be blurred out if I do everything correctly. So I'm just going to come down and select a product. Okay, I'll click add. Okay, so now over here you have the product. Now come down. So targeting, I'm going to go with keyword targeting for this campaign because then you'll go for your keywords of what you have, and then you can add them all to the campaign. Okay, so come down. Okay, generally I'll go with add all, and it will usually come up with this. You don't have a suggested bid, just go with something at average, whatever it suggests, 50p, that's fine by me. Okay, then you'll come over here. Now what I tend to do is go down the list and just see the ones that don't really add, that don't really apply to your product. So for example, my hammer is a 16 ounce, so a 20 ounce, you could get rid of that. I'll probably keep it because some people might go, yeah, 16 ounce is fine. So yeah, you can go, yep, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. So yeah, we go, no, I don't want the broad, don't want the phrase, don't want the exact, whatever. Not sure what that is, so I'll get rid of that. Okay, so once you have all your selected keywords, you can put the prices down, but generally I like to see how they perform first. Then you can alter these. Because the truth is, the campaigns will not be right the first time. You know what I mean? You will have to tweak them. You will have to see what works and what doesn't. You know, because a lot of you are concerned with getting everything right the first time. Some things you just need the scar tissue on. You know what I mean? You just will not get it right as best as you can try. Okay, so once that is sorted, you can come down Negative keyword targeting. Sometimes some of these I do put in. Let's say you put a keyword in. So let's say it's a hammer. I'll put a saw. I don't want people buying a saw. Sorry, getting a saw from say if the word saw is in my listing. I don't want the keyword saw to come up because obviously someone's looking for a saw and not a hammer. So you can add these negative keywords in. Um, Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If they're not converting a sale, I'll just cancel the what's the word? Sorry, pause the keyword. Okay, so we'll come down, and then it'll come down to here, launch campaign. So you'll launch this campaign. So that's your manual. I generally go with one manual and two automatic. I'll just do a standard automatic. So we'll go back up to the top. So we'll go past it rapid. Okay, so when you go to automatic, it will automatically target the keywords for you based on the ones you've put into the keywords in your listing. It will give you a what's it called, a default bid. Let's see if it's not on here actually. I don't want to go further down, so I don't have to keep blurring everything out. Okay, so it will give you a bid. Generally, I'll go with a reasonable bid, say 60, 70p, depending on the product. So for the third campaign, the second auto campaign, I usually go with automatic and then a very low bid. So say 5 pence, 10 pence, 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever. You won't get as many sales, but you will get them low bids, which means basically your campaigns will be a lot more profitable. It will keep your ACOS very low. In fact, I've got one now that's running at about 4% ACOS because I've put the automatic campaign on with a very, very low bid. So if you have that low bid, you can convert sales and you will not have a high cost, you know what I mean? Because you can have 60 clicks for the price of, you know what I mean, £12 something. So yeah, 3 campaigns generally. But if you wanted to branch out into sponsored product keywords, sorry, sponsored products campaigns, you can do. But this is the one I'd start if you're a beginner. Just get started on this one, and then obviously press launch campaign, and that's it. Job done. Then you'll get some data, and then you can see what works and what doesn't, and hopefully your products will start gaining some momentum from that, and you'll get a lot more what's it called, organic sales rather than PPC sales. Okay, so for any questions, just send me a message. I'll have to help you out.